New AI SEO system ranks #1 on Autopilot. What if your SEO content could grade itself, and then fix itself, and then publish itself without you touching it? No more reading drafts, no more typing fixes 10 times over. Sounds too good to be true, right? It's not. And almost nobody is doing this yet. Hey, I'm the digital avatar of Zoe. I help people learn AI tools and actually use them in their real work. Today, I want to show you a system I run inside my Agent OS. It writes SEO content, it grades it, and it only publishes when the work is actually good enough. Stick around, because near the end, I'll walk you through the exact 5-step setup, and I'll show you why this really only works in one place. So here's the big idea. Most people use AI for SEO like this. You ask for a draft, you read it, it's not good enough, so you type out what's wrong, you try again, you read it again, round after round after round. You give all the feedback, you take all the notes, you sit in the middle of it every single time, and it drains you. I call the fix the self-improving SEO engine. Here's how it works. One agent writes the content. I call that one the builder. Then a totally separate agent grades it out of 100. I call that one the judge. The judge lists everything that's wrong with it. Those notes go straight back to the builder. The builder fixes them. Then it loops again and again. It keeps going until the score finally passes my bar. Then it publishes on its own. So you stop being the loop. The machine becomes the loop. Now let me prove it actually ranks, because that's the part that really matters. I gave this system one job. Write a publish-ready SEO blog post about the Hermes agent self-improvement loop. A cheap builder wrote the first draft. Then a separate judge, which was GLM 5.2, graded it hard, not soft. Adversarial. It went looking for problems on purpose. The first rounds didn't pass, but it kept fixing and looping. It finally scored 92 out of 100, and it passed. That draft is a real, live blog post now, built start to finish by the loop. And the site I run this system on has climbed to around 220 clicks a day, and it's still growing. That same site ranks #1 inside Google AI overviews for the keyword Best AI Community. So this isn't a theory, it's live and it's working. Let me open this up so you can copy it. Inside my Agent OS, there's a loop section. The first thing you do is write your definition of done. That just means, in plain words, what a great result actually looks like. So mine might be a high-quality SEO optimized, human-sounding blog post for this exact keyword, beautifully formatted, reads like a real person wrote it. That's it. Plain words. You can also give it a starting point if you already have a blog you want to improve. Or you leave that empty and start fresh from scratch. It's up to you. Then you pick your models. This is the important part. You pick a builder to write, you pick a different judge to grade. And here's the one rule you never break. Never use the same model for both. If the same model writes and grades its own work, that's just rubber stamping. It'll pass its own homework every time, so you keep them separate. The judge has to be a cold, outside critic that has no reason to go easy. Now, you've got real choices here, and this is what I love. You can run a free model as your builder. You can run a free model as your judge too. So the whole thing can run completely free. Or you can level up the judge. GLM 5.2 is a great one for this. It's frontier level smart, it's open, and it's cheap to run on something like OpenRouter. You could even use Claude for the writing if you want it extra polished. And if you want to go premium, you can set up a whole council of models, where a group of models all look at the content and grade it together before it's allowed to pass. Free, cheap, or premium. It works with whatever you plug into it. Then you set your rounds. That's just how many times it's allowed to loop before it has to stop. And you set your pass bar. For me, the content has to score 90% or higher to get through the judge. Round 1 is usually not great, that's normal, don't panic, but every round it gets better. It reads the notes, it fixes them, it climbs. Round 2 is better, round 3 is better again. It keeps improving step by step until it finally clears 90%, and then it ships. The builder never grades itself. A tough separate judge does that job, and that gap right there is exactly why the output comes out so clean. Now, here's something I really want to mention, because setting this up for your own site is where a lot of people get stuck. Your keywords are not my keywords. Your content gaps are different. Your definition of done is different from mine. So in a one-on-one strategy session, I'll sit with you and map this exact loop out for your site. Your target keywords, your builder and judge picks, your pass bar. What done should actually say for your niche. It's not a course. It's not a big group call. It's just you and me building your version of this loop around your own business, so you walk away with a plan you can run that same week. And it's not only for blog posts either. I run this same loop for video too. One agent writes the script, another agent builds the video, then the judge checks it. If it's not good enough, it loops and fixes itself, just like the writing does. So the same quality control that grades my SEO posts also grades my videos before they ever go out the door. Okay, so let me show you the two ways to actually run this. Method one is the quick loop. This is the simplest one. Inside the loop section of my Agent OS, it's just a text box, not code. You type what done means. You pick a builder and a judge, you set your max rounds, you hit run, then you close the tab and walk away. It drafts, it grades, it fixes, and it comes back done. Can it grade videos? Yes. Can it grade SEO posts? Yes. If a judge can check it, this method works on it. Method 2 is for when you want a whole team working at once. This one uses Hermes inside my Agent OS on a Kanban board. If you haven't seen Hermes, it's an agent system from Noose Research, and its Kanban board lets a bunch of named agents work together. So instead of one loop for one piece, you get a team. You've got columns like triage, to do, ready, running, blocked, and done. You drop a goal into triage. An orchestrator breaks it into smaller tasks, then it hands them out. A researcher digs up the keywords, a writer drafts the post, a video producer builds the video, and a judge profile checks the work before anything is allowed to move over to done. Same loop rule as before. Nothing reaches done until the judge passes it. So method 1 is one loop for one piece. Method 2 is that same loop running across a full content team. Same engine, just a bigger scale. Now let me boil the whole thing down to 5 simple parts, so you've really got it. 1, you define what's done. You write, in plain words, what a great result looks like. 2, you pick your models, a builder to write, and a separate judge to grade. Never the same model for both. 3, you walk away. You set your max rounds, you hit go, and you leave. 4, you come back to graded results and logs, and the winner is ready and waiting. 5, it publishes. You can even wire it straight to your site so it goes live on its own, no logging in needed. And about those logs, every single round gets saved. I keep mine in an Obsidian vault as a memory system, so I can go back and see what my agents made, what worked, and what didn't. And here's the best part. My agents can read from that memory too, so they learn from past runs and get sharper over time. Now you might be thinking, this must burn through a ton of tokens, but it really doesn't have to. You can run a free builder with a free judge, and the whole loop runs on free models. The old way took me about an hour of checking and fixing for every piece. This way, it's about 5 minutes of setup, and then I'm gone. So why do you even need an Agent OS for this? Here's the honest answer. The loop section and the Kanban team both live inside one dashboard. Claude, OpenClaw, and Hermes all share one memory in there. So every loop already knows your business, your voice, and your past work. That's what makes the output sound like you and not like generic AI. You could try to tape all these pieces together yourself, but when they share one brain, the whole thing just works. And it works on autopilot. So let me leave you with a few ways to take this further. If you want the full process for free, I've put together a complete SEO course with over 260 lessons. It walks you through everything from the basics to advanced AI SEO workflows, completely free. Links in the comments and description. Next, if you want my actual setup, it's all inside the AI Profit Boardroom. You get the full Agent OS zip file ready to install with the loop section and the Kanban team already built in and every model wired up for you. We've also built out a complete 30-day roadmap to walk you through it step by step. On top of that, you get walkthroughs for this exact loop, prompt packs, daily tutorials as new models drop, and weekly coaching calls where I answer your questions directly. If loop engineering for SEO is what you came here for, that's the room where it's all done for you. And last, once you start building your own loop, you're going to hit little snags. What should your definition of done really say? Which judge actually fits your niche? How high should your pass bar be? That's exactly what a one-on-one strategy session is for. We'll look at your site, your keywords, and your goals, and build you a plan that fits your situation, so you get past those snags fast instead of sitting there guessing. If you want that, come find me at aiprofitboardroom.com.